Meghan Markle is seeking a return to the Beckham circle, a group she had distanced herself from years ago. The same circle that stopped responding to her calls long before the public noticed. According to those close to the situation, Meghan's goal was clear: to regain the favor of the UK's most respected power couple, the Beckhams, and rekindle relationships with people she had once pushed away. However, Victoria Beckham is not someone you can hurt and then casually approach, hoping for a smooth reconciliation. The moment Meghan attempted to re-enter that world, Victoria shut her down completely. The night she made her bold statement on stage, the world finally understood why. It all began that night. The lights were dim, the champagne was chilled, and the room was filled with names that could stop traffic. It was supposed to be a simple London gala, elegant and polished, the type of event Victoria had attended countless times without ever stirring the pot. As she stepped onto the stage with her signature calm, graceful composure, Victoria was not just presenting an award. She was reaffirming her status as the queen of quiet class. But halfway through her speech, everything shifted. Victoria turned to a journalist in the crowd, someone who had chronicled her life for years, and stated, "I kept quiet too long. People need to know what she did." She didn't mention Meghan's name, but she didn't have to. The room fell silent, and every celebrity leaned in. No one had ever heard Victoria speak like this before. Just 11 seconds. A phone recorded it, and by the time dessert was served, the clip was already online. By morning, 4 million people had seen Victoria Beckham break her silence for the first time in years. This was no longer gossip. It was a full-blown story, complete with betrayal deep enough to resonate throughout Hollywood and the UK. To understand why that moment hit so hard, we need to rewind to where it all began. At one point, Victoria didn't just tolerate Meghan, she embraced her. When Meghan first stepped into the royal spotlight, she faced relentless pressure from the British media, a kind of scrutiny Victoria knew all too well after decades in the spotlight. So, Victoria reached out to Meghan personally, not through a PR team, but directly. She offered Meghan her private contact list, connections to high-end stylists, crisis PR experts, private spa owners trusted by A-listers, and London's most discreet fashion insiders. Victoria was essentially offering her guidance on how to navigate this world. Meghan gratefully accepted. The two were soon seen together at Wimbledon, laughing like old friends, sharing whispers as cameras flashed. Victoria sent pieces from her fashion line directly to Kensington Palace, which Meghan wore and praised in interviews. Those in the fashion world quietly acknowledged, Victoria didn't have to do this. She really wants to help. For a brief moment, it seemed like a powerful alliance, the Hollywood Duchess and the British fashion queen, two icons united against the pressure. But cracks had already begun to form beneath the surface of their friendship. By late 2019, Meghan's demeanor shifted. She wasn't smiling as much, wasn't trusting as easily. According to those close to her, she began to suspect someone in her inner circle was leaking personal details to the press. Intimate details, not public events. The name whispered behind closed doors was Victoria Beckham. Most dismissed this as absurd. After all, Victoria had spent years protecting her privacy. But Meghan became convinced someone close to her was talking, and so she responded the only way she knew, by cutting people off, quietly and without explanation. Invitations stopped going out. Messages went unanswered. The friendly moments shared at Wimbledon became distant memories. Victoria, the woman who had opened her world to Meghan, was suddenly shut out. No confrontation, no phone call, nothing. By the time Meghan and Harry stepped back from royal duties, the friendship was over. The Beckhams were no longer invited, no longer part of the circle they had once helped Meghan navigate. It was silence, cold, heavy, unyielding silence. Had that silence remained, the world may never have learned the truth, but silence has its limits. After Meghan cut Victoria out, both women moved on with their lives. But the distance remained, a wall neither was willing to climb. Victoria focused on her fashion empire, while Meghan built a new life in California, surrounded by cameras, deals, and the glitter of Hollywood. The world continued to talk about them separately, unaware of how deep the rift truly was. Speculation ran wild. Tabloids guessed, fans argued, social media was abuzz, but neither woman spoke a word. For years, the truth simmered beneath the surface. But some stories don't end with silence. Some grow inside it. And Victoria's story had been building for some time. The moment that pushed everything over the edge came when Victoria, who is known for her quiet work behind the scenes, poured months of energy into organizing a children's hospital fundraiser. She was deeply involved. Designs, sponsorships, decorations, and donations. Meghan Markle was supposed to co-host the event, a role that would have brought millions in donations and ensured vital attention for children in need. But then something unexpected happened. An email surfaced, allegedly sent from Meghan's aide, stating, "Per Duchess's request, please consider alternative fashion sponsorship. Concerns have been raised about brand alignment and external press narratives." In simpler terms, Meghan didn't want Victoria's name associated with the event. And just like that, Victoria's name disappeared from the posters. No warning, no thank you, no explanation. Despite spending months working on the fundraiser and personally investing her own money, Victoria was told she no longer fit the brand. The morning after Victoria's speech sent shockwaves through the world. The Beckhams made their next move. But it wasn't loud or dramatic. It was simple, exactly Victoria's style. David Beckham posted a photo on Instagram of himself, Victoria, and their daughter. A normal family moment, but the caption read, "Truth always comes out in the end." Just 7 words. He didn't name Meghan, didn't throw shade, didn't tag anyone, but the world understood exactly what he meant. What followed was revealing. Celebrities liked the post, some quietly, others more openly. For the first time, it wasn't Victoria versus Meghan. It was the Beckhams, united, signaling to the world that something was shifting. The silence that had once protected everyone was gone, replaced by momentum. The world was starting to lean toward Victoria. Meghan's team could feel it, as could Hollywood insiders, and even Meghan's own supporters began to feel the shift. When the Beckhams make a move, the world pays attention. And this was just the beginning. When Victoria spoke at the gala, many expected Meghan to respond, perhaps an interview, a post, or a statement. But there was nothing. No whispers, no tweets, no comments. Even Meghan's powerful circle stayed silent. Oprah, Serena Williams, Prince Harry, all remained quiet. Paparazzi caught Harry at an airport, keeping his head down and his lips sealed. For the first time, silence didn't seem like strength. It seemed like worry. Because every minute Meghan remained silent, Victoria's words gained more weight and credibility. Then, a 14-second audio clip surfaced, fueling the fire. In the clip, a woman's voice, calm yet cutting, says, "She's lucky I don't say what I know about her." No names, no context, but the uploader claimed it was Meghan speaking about Victoria. Some people dismissed the clip as fake, but others believed it was real. Even Meghan's staunchest supporters went quiet. One fan account deleted their defense of Meghan, replacing it with a single sentence, "If that audio is real, I don't know what to say anymore." Victoria chose not to comment on the clip. She didn't defend herself, didn't attack Meghan. But someone close to her spoke to reporters, saying 5 words that cracked the story wide open. She was disappointed, but not surprised. Those words echoed like lightning. They didn't directly accuse Meghan, but they revealed that Victoria already knew what Meghan was capable of. What started as a failed friendship had evolved into a quiet war with high stakes. After the audio clip spread, the world waited for Victoria's next move. Would she speak again, stay silent, address Meghan directly? The whispers began. Victoria was considering something she had never done before. A sit-down interview with a respected journalist. Clear, direct, and unfiltered. For someone who had built her reputation on silence and elegance, this was unexpected. A close friend told a reporter, "People only know half the story. She's ready to tell the rest." Those words shook Hollywood. Victoria has one thing Meghan's team fears: credibility. She doesn't run to tabloids or leak stories. She speaks only when it matters. So, if Victoria gives an interview, the world will know it won't be gossip. It will be history.